Eligible Monster. Andy, Natalie, Benny. Let's do this thing.
Introed.
Bam. Dropped. Mic dropped.
I like my intro better.
I did it politely. What was yours? Do yours.
Mine is Welcome to Eligible Monster. I am Natalie. This is Andy, and this is Ben.
All right. Voice chat people, things, commenters. Let us know. I'm spitting. Let us know in the comments down below what's better.
Can I do one?
Yeah, what's yours?
How you doing? I'm Andy from Eligible Monster. You know who these people are. Let's get to it.
I like it.
So, what did you pulled me and Andy over here. What do you want to do?
I did?
Yeah, this was your call.
All right, well, you put me on the spot. That's
just
cool.
trying to use the bathroom.
I guess I just...
Andy was just like, I'm just here to grab some stuff and go home. And
No, we agreed to this. You were,
in his mind, that's how it sounded.
I guess so, yeah. So we basically, both of us played Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yep.
That just came out a couple of days ago. And
Me too.
Andy... What?
Did not play Fire Emblem.
That's not what you're here for, man.
Yeah.
And Andy has been playing Wolfenstein for us.
Wolfenstein. Yeah.
I call it Wolf and
Right.
People.
Wolfenstein. It doesn't matter. People are used to my accent by now. Henri
No,
Cavill.
it's actually
Henri
a movie
Cavill.
reference. Henri Cavill.
Oh.
movie? The Wolfenstein, it's from Young Frankenstein, where he goes, it's pronounced Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
So I do that whenever I say Wolfenstein. Sorry.
Sure. Yeah,
So
fine.
it's an inside joke with yourself, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. And now I've shared it with the
Thank
internet.
you. At least now we can laugh or just judge you hardcore.
Yeah,
Probably
whatever.
judge you, not laugh. So who's going first?
So Fire Emblem is amazing, but it's not Fire Emblem.
It's Waifu Simulator 2019.
Oh, kind of.
What? No, it's not.
Fire Emblem.
I am let down when it comes to the waifu simulator, like you were saying, because you cannot have kids.
Yeah, they limited a lot of the waifu stuff. You just get someone married to you.
What's the point in banging them, then?
romancing Princess Edgelord.
As someone who does not have children, I can tell you the point in banging them.
Well, it's a video game though. You don't care.
So
really,
Fire Emblem is amazing. It's a great game.
yeah.
But Fire Emblem's gone through a lot of interesting iterations since its
Yes.
initial start. It was like back in the day when Fire Emblem came out, there was two other games that had also come out around the same time period. That was Final Fantasy Tactics and Shining Force, both of which I really enjoyed. Fire Emblem was always considered the difficult of them all.
Okay.
Because of the if someone dies mechanic, you can't revive them.
Yes.
And their difficulty was always through the roof on those ones. It was always the more difficult game, so it did a lot better in Japan, and it never really came over to America. When Fire Emblem started coming over here, they still didn't do that well because of the difficulty, because you had comparable games like Final Fantasy Tactics. I think A2 at the time was coming out, and we had things like Shining Force, which at this point was starting to peter off. The differences are, and tell me what game you think you are. Fire Emblem is a difficult strategy game that did not have any waifu stuff. You didn't have a base you were really managing or any of that kind of thing. It was all about get your soldiers, go in there, and if they die, they die. And I don't believe it affected the story. It's been like 20 years since I played the original, so bear with me if I'm a little off.
But what happens if you lose everyone? Then it obviously
VMS.
it has to. Oh, so it doesn't affect the story. What
Got
if you
one
just
guy foot soldier
Yeah, but
number
you-
2. Everybody else is
the
dead.
way they
Oh,
used to handle it is if somebody died, they weren't dead. They were unable to continue combat. So they would be on your story point.
I see.
But they couldn't go
Makes
back into
sense.
battle.
Did
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
have him like with like an eye patch? At that
I don't
point,
remember.
or
I
like
doubt
some
it because of the
slings?
limitations back then.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've been beating them so bad.
So anyway, let me tell you about the story.
But back in the day, Shining Force and Final Fantasy Tactics were about changing the job classes,
Yes.
building up a base. Shining Force, I remember actually a funny story about that one. In Shining Force, I was so hooked into the inner character romances that I was in 6th grade and I had a notebook and I just couldn't get out of my head the game, so I wanted to go back and play it. But
he's drawing hearts and
Probably.
I was drawing like such and such is with such and such, like the like.
He was drawing hearts,
I was drawing
Did you
heart.
ever find that at all?
I didn't.
No, teacher found it and was very confused
I
and
would
threw
be
it away.
too. I remember playing a
Man.
lot of Shining Force as a child. I don't remember the romances.
There was the romances and stuff.
Maybe
But
I just didn't focus on
But you
it.
gotta think this is back in the Nintendo Genesis days where it's
Yeah.
like, I'm really in love with this girl. Now we're together. You know,
That's how it's nowadays. Really? Correct? Yeah.
This is
but a lot of the interplay stuff and all that other stuff was going on back in those days. And Fire Emblem didn't have that. The current Fire Emblem has given you the ability to turn off instant permadeath, and you can scale the difficulty down to be a little more manageable. And we have a lot more features like the auto battle features and stuff like that, along with base management, along with romancing various characters and mini games. To me, it feels more like what I remember Shining Force and Final Fantasy Tactics being, because you can even have the ability to just multi-class as much as you want. I've
Right.
already been messing around with it. Overall, though, I find this more enjoyable because I've got what I enjoy about Fire Emblem mixed with all these other things that I enjoyed in previous games now.
Yeah.
I will say I am not playing on permadeath, and the reason for that is simple. As I
Because he's a
discovered,
casual. What?
no, it's not even so much on the casual.
even-
Oh, sorry. Oh. No, okay, here's my argument against
No.
permadeath in the
I'm
game.
allergic to bullshit.
I'm not against it, but my first playthrough, I don't like doing it because on the first playthrough, if I lose somebody, I just restart the battle.
Okay.
So I just had to
He's like,
restart.
screw that crap.
Exactly, like, oh, redo the battle. Oh, redo the battle. It's just not that enjoyable when I'm redoing the battle for the 7th time.
So you can, as I mean, you if shit hits the fan, you can restart the level and not have to
Reload your
restart the
save.
entire game.
I don't know if you
Okay,
can in
I
this
see.
game, but the other ones, you just reload the save.
I see.
That's what I did in
Okay.
Awakening and Fates.
Right.
Because I did those on the permadeath. Typically, I go through once, and I enjoy these types of games a lot, so I just do it a second time on permadeath. But once I've beat it once, then it's like, if I lost Andy, he's off my team. Let's see how far I can get.
Yeah,
He'd be
you're on the
first
team
one
now.
I'd send into battle.
Yeah, you're a sniper, right? You were the sniper, dude.
Yeah, why would I be the first one to be sent to battle?
That's why I lose people
because-
so
yeah, that
easily.
makes sense. Your tactics are terrible.
yeah,
Send one
it's
guy with a
Ben.
rifle. He'll be fine.
Let's just send the sniper, dude.
It's awesome. I do enjoy it. Someone said that it feels like somebody mixed Persona with their Fire Emblem game, and I do feel that way.
Dude.
Because
You're in high school?
Yeah, you're in a military
You really
academy.
are.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And it is like high school, but it looks to me like Hogwarts. So I was making that constant joke because there's the houses of the military school,
Yeah.
which are conveniently red, yellow, and blue. So then I was also making the joke
It's
that
true.
I'm joined to Valor from
And
Pokemon
you
Go,
are the professor, so you have
Yeah, you're the
students.
teacher.
Yeah.
which makes the romancing
Wait,
even
wait,
weirder.
go back. So you're a teacher
Yes.
at Hogwarts,
Yeah,
and you have to choose your Pokemon Go houses.
yeah.
Basically.
But you're also recruiting people for war.
They're children.
You're recruiting children for
They're like
war
16,
while
17.
also romancing them.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, this should be called Send These People to Jail Simulator 2019. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's Japanese. We don't know their official ages.
Fair enough.
But no, overall, I'm enjoying the game a lot. I'm enjoying the tactics. I'm enjoying the little things they've done to spice it up. I enjoy the ability to multi-class and kind of figure things out a little bit more. The way it is paced out is you get a month's calendar in front of you.
Your time is limited, and that's what's really.
Now, you explain
That-
that because I'm definitely
It's just
talking
well,
much.
you start at a specific date, right? And then you just, I mean, you have to choose basically, pick what you want to do, either battle or basically explore your
Explore, battle, seminar.
yes.
Or
So basically,
rest.
train your students.
For war.
Either it's.
But it's a military
There's just so
academy in the
much-
defense.
I know, but still.
There's so much to do, man, and it's really stressful when you
Like
have
fishing.
to pick one of them.
And
you,
cooking.
Because if you pick exploring, but you wanted to battle, then you just advance time, and you just kind of missed out on it.
They
I guess.
they basically give you a calendar in front of you. It's the whole month, and
Yeah.
and the assumption is Monday through Friday is just classes, so they don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So you're given Saturday and Sunday to do your free time, and your free time is fishing, gardening, romancing, chatting, doing all the things. Or you take everyone out and go into battle.
My God, I just need to point out that there's a specific thing when you're exploring is basically you pick up items randomly scattered across the rooms
Hogwarts?
and whatnot. Yes, Hogwarts. Sure. the area,
It's hard
whatever.
to do the hallways switching all the time. Yeah.
And you pick one of them and they give you like a brief description, but you have to piece together who it belongs to. So every time you talk to someone, you have that specific option that basically lets you ask them if it's their lost item, essentially. And every time you
Okay.
pick the right item, you basically your relationship with them increases, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You make them like you.
But the problem is you pick up so many items throughout your exploration that you end up just going through like 15 items or like through when you talk to one
Yeah,
person.
I don't even mess
basically.
with any of that stuff. I guess you
dude,
got it right on one
It took me
person.
so long. It's just so annoying because they're like, no, it's not mine. No, it's not mine. No, it's not mine. Yes, it's mine. Like it's like the 15 freaking one down the line. It's just like it's so exhausting, man.
Is this yours? No? All right, hold on. Is this yours?
Unless you know the person, and then when the item description shows
Right.
up, you're like, oh, okay, I'm pretty sure this is the guy that it belongs to. But there's just so much to do, man. It's overwhelming.
It's
at
actually
times.
funny because I was debating if I should be on the show talking about it because she's doing all the exploration, romancing stuff. I just been grinding on levels like crazy.
Dude,
I'm
what are you
like,
talking about? I'm like level almost 40 right now.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, because you've been playing a lot.
Yeah, but Ben's
But
level
that's by battling, though, Ben.
No, but what I'm only on chapter 3, and I'm about to be level 20 because I just
I'm
keep
only-
rerunning the same battle.
Yeah,
to go,
dude.
All right, let's try this tactic.
I'm only
All right, learn this
trying
class.
to-
Let's try this tactic.
I'm only trying to bang that one dude. That's all. Just one. I always pick one. Ben is like, I just want everyone. I'm just picking one dude. That's it.
I mean, overall, if you're a Fire Emblem fan, it's definitely there. Like Houston likes the more classic play,
Yeah.
so he's playing permadeath hard mode. And I'm like, I'm going to do that
That's-
second.
that
First
sounds
time
like a
through, I'm going to
headache.
see how the game plays, get a feel for it. Because one thing I've always disliked about games with things like permadeath, if it's permadeath and I can only fight each battle once instead of grinding, it's very easy to make mistakes and I can't finish the game. So I'd rather have a better understanding of the game instead of learning it as I'm going
So you
through.
give up halfway because it's
Ben's
too
like,
hard.
you know
No, you start over if you can't do it.
All
Ben's
right,
like, you know
right,
what I hate about permadeath? The consequences.
Basically.
If you play in hard mode, you can't grind. You can do each level once.
Yeah.
On normal, you can grind them up as much as you want for levels. So doing hard and permadeath right out of the gate, I felt like I would get to a halfway point where I messed up.
Yeah.
And there's just no continuing the game.
Right.
Not quitting. Like, I literally cannot keep going. I'm too weak in one area or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured I'd play it once through since I do enjoy these games, and there's so few of them. It's not like I'm going to get another one in a month. It's not like open world games where it's like, I better get done with this because I got 5 more coming out next month I want to play.
Yeah.
I got that kind of time on my hands.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. I feel like, I don't know if it's a step up though from, I mean, Awakening has always been my favorite. Just because you could actually make babies in that game. I'm serious, man. I don't know.
Do you want to make babies?
Because couldn't you do
Virtual
something with them?
babies.
I don't know.
You can send them to combat, yeah.
There you go. That's what I wanted. I wanted to.
I think she's playing the wrong
These
game.
games are horrible.
It's not horrible.
No,
Why did you have children? So I can give them rifles.
You wouldn't actually have kids in the game.
they saved the world
Your
eventually.
kid from the future came back in time,
Yeah,
a
see?
full-grown adult.
There
and
you
helped
go. This
Oh,
freaking
well, that's
storyline, man.
better.
To this
It's
day.
Terminator.
to this day, nothing can beat Awakening to me. Like, that story was amazing.
was really good,
super
yeah.
solid. So,
And it's
so far,
Terminator. Listen
like-
up, is John Connor.
I'm like
That's what I would
15.
name my kid.
Of course you would. I'm at least
I never
15
made that
hours
connection
in.
that it really was. Because legit, real quick, Lucina does come back in time to help her dad
Yeah.
from the future. He doesn't even know he's getting married to the other
So
character.
it's Joanna Connor.
Joanna Connor. I never made the connection that Fire Emblem Awakening just took the plot to Terminator.
No, they did not. Come on.
Wait, you take out the cyborgs and it did.
Was there cyborgs?
No, there's no robots in it.
Oh, all right.
But there's dragon people. Does that count?
Yeah, sure.
No, it doesn't.
Does
Come
one morph?
on.
Is it like the Dragon 1000? The D1000?
Oh my god.
No?
I'm 15
that plot
hours
so much.
in that game, and it's starting to get good now. The story is actually hooking me in. It took me 10
I am
hours,
finding the
not
story a
even
little
joking.
boring at my level, but I wasn't
10
really going
hours.
to speak on the story because I'm only at chapter 3 because I've been
Yeah,
grinding up
I'm
levels.
like-
It's hard to speak on a JRPG story in the initial.
I'm on chapter
chapters,
8,
you know? It's
just
like
so you know.
Yeah, you know what you're getting into if you go deeper.
And it took a very long time to get me hooked, to be honest. I was like, I really hope this is getting better because I don't know, besides like the whole, exploration aspect and just getting to know the characters, I was not feeling as hooked as I was when I was playing Awakening, so.
I'm still dealing with the whole intro stuff where they're like, here's the characters.
That
There's
too.
bandits. Go fight them.
Yes, that
we
is-
did great, team.
Yeah, basically.
Now you
It's-
can either fight the bandits and save the world, or you could go romance this woman over here.
No, you do that in
What do
your
you
off
want to
time,
do? We both know what
battling alongside each other basically creates
Like holding
stronger
hands,
bonds. Well, you
swinging your
absolutely
sword.
have
Yeah,
to.
that's
Yeah,
pretty much
you
it.
really do. You have to be next to each other, and then you see the hearts and stuff.
They make
Trying this
the
game.
support level.
It's the little hearts.
You like tactical games?
No.
Really? I thought you did like tactics.
I mean, I enjoyed tactics back in the day, but yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. Well, Andy,
Well, yes,
Yes.
it's your turn, man. Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
now the big thing with this is because I got it early and I started it up, and the problem I found in my early access version was I couldn't play it offline.
Yes, I can.
And I was like, you and I looked it up, and
Oh,
they said
thank
that it was
God.
going to be offline, so we were like, oh, it must be my early access version.
And that
You
is
played
accurate.
it
Yes,
since- okay.
you could do a local play.
Is this
Okay.
the first co-op Wolfenstein? Because I've never heard of co-op before, or teaming up with
First
NPCs.
co-op single player Wolfenstein?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say.
This was their big gamble to see if it'd be a
Yeah.
thing people wanted.
So you've been able to tackle with it at all, or you've
Yeah,
just
so
been playing
I'm
solo?
on the. I'm not super far into it because I've been focused on other games. I picked it up Saturday.
Any other games? You just mean Destiny.
Well, yeah.
By the way, the same guy who was literally just making fun of Destiny like a month ago. There's a video.
Yeah, we made the video where
I know.
he recants a lot of what he says and
Yeah, I
complains
did,
about
yeah.
newer things.
Yeah, newer things that I complain about now.
Should say.
So I did. So I have played a little while. I'll probably put maybe 3-4 hours into it. Nothing, not crazy or anything like that, but enough to get like a snap judgment on it at least. I will say of the new soft rebooted Wolfenstein game.
I do like the new timeline.
I do. This is probably my least favorite so far. And that would be for a couple of different reasons. The gunplay of it is still pretty solid. It's pretty much, how it has been in the previous ones. A lot of people online are complaining about the life bars over everybody's head now.
Ooh.
But however, I will say this, in the previous Wolfenstein games, it wasn't one shot, one kills with people. So it's just like now you can actually see the life bar. I feel like there was always a life bar, but now you can see the life bar, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
However, I'm not super far into the game, so I haven't fought like the uber bad guys yet.
It was kind of one shot, one kill on a lot of them. Headshots.
Yes, for certain enemies, not always.
Yeah, not always.
And like the lower level soldiers, I'm just blitzing through.
Okay, so
I'm
they're
not
still
having
kind
it-
of...
Yeah, I'm not sitting here like, I got to empty 2 magazines into this one Nazi.
So people are
You know,
complaining
lower
that
class
it's
soldier.
kind of bullet spongy now for 2 players.
It's a little bit. It's not crazy, but it is a little bit. I will say that like the melee kills seem a little. They don't seem like they have as much weight behind them, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like when BJ was doing it, and like you'd hatchet a guy in the neck, it felt like you were hatching a guy in the neck. Now it just kind of feels like I'm like, stop it. Bad Nazi.
Okay.
Bad Nazi. You know what you did. Go to the corner.
I will. So the plot. So gameplay wise, it's still pretty much the standard of Wolfenstein, the reboot of the Wolfenstein series. So I still think it's pretty solid graphically. I think it's pretty good. I had a couple of weird pop-in moments on the second level for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it was just because it was still trying to update. I had started playing before it had actually updated, so maybe that could be the issue. I don't
That's
actually know.
most likely it.
Yeah. I will say story-wise, like the voice acting is still very good. The cinematography of the game is still very good. You kind of going with the cinematic version they were going with in the previous ones. I don't with BJ's daughters. I kind of go back and forth on their characterization.
Isn't one like, from what I gathered in the trailers, isn't one like the stuck-up I'm the badass, and the other one's...
Well, they're both kind of like that. But at the beginning, it seems like it's going to be very serious. Like, BJ and his wife, Anna, are training their daughters for the eventual, when the Nazis are going to strike back.
Right.
Because in the previous game, they kind of saved America, but eventually the Nazis will come back. So it starts off kind of serious, and then the 2 girls kind of devolve into, like...
one-liners?
Redneck frat boys is kind of the way I can say it. They're like
Really?
high-fiving each other and like, yeah, that sort of crap. But then other times it's really funny at the same time. So far, now, like I said, I'm not very far into the game, but so far, like, sometimes I think they're funny and I like them, and then other times I think they're just downright annoying.
Don't they have heavy accents in comparison to Anna and BJ?
They're pretty country. Yeah, they sound.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They kind of sound like redneck frat boys a lot of the times. But then sometimes it's funny because like there's a cinematic where they kill their first Nazi, and they're trying to celebrate, but then they're also like vomiting because they just killed somebody for the first time. So they're like, oh yeah, oh my god. So it's funny, and then they do other things that you're just kind of like, these are like the kind of people at bars that I find annoying. So it's like a weird characterization.
Do you go to very many bars where people brag about killing Nazis?
More than you would think. But probably not as many as people think. If that makes any sense.
Now you said that the price point was pretty low for that game.
So that's the other thing. It was only $30.
Right.
So far, like I said, I'm only maybe 3 hours in. Gameplay-wise, story-wise, it's so far worth the $30. I read online it takes people about 12 to 15 hours, depending on how.
That's pretty long for $30.
That's and exactly for $30. I was actually shocked when I went and bought it. I was expecting $60.
Yeah.
But the guy was like, it's $30. I was like,
And it has, I do want to notice something that I noticed it has,
Yes.
and it's been one of the big tokens of it, the buddy pass system.
Yes.
So one person needs to own it, like a PC. If you want to play Wolfenstein with me, because they sent me the copy, you can play it without buying it.
Which is cool.
It gives you a version to play with me no matter what. Yeah. And we can go from beginning to end of the game, no problem.
Really?
Yeah. One person, if you're going to play
Oh,
with
no,
a friend.
and I did buy that. So if you buy that, the Buddy Pass one, it's $40. So I did buy that because I was like, I'd probably find somebody who wants to play Wolfenstein with me. Yeah. So Now, I was looking at some stuff online, other people's comments on it. Apparently, there is some loot boxes. There's some microtransactions, which people are complaining about. I have not hit them yet, so I cannot
I
comment.
wonder where those are at.
Yeah, do you have any
Off the
idea?
grid, I will not be purchasing them just because if anyone who has seen me on the show before, that is not who I am.
You're not throwing shit at Ben or anything, right?
I wasn't actually.
Shade.
I don't want that many loot boxes anymore.
That's a lie.
Yeah,
Now I'm
that's a
throwing
lie.
shade. That is a lie.
What was the last loot boxes I bought?
Like 2 days ago in Destiny. Anyway, that's not what this is about.
It was 3 days ago.
so far, my initial 2 to 3 hour, I'm enjoying the game.
Yeah.
I am enjoying the game. I have not had a problem with the bullet sponge thing. My biggest complaint would be sometimes I enjoy the characters and sometimes I just find them annoying.
Right. That's
Okay.
insane for
Yeah.
a $30 price point.
It's
That's
I mean, so
insane.
far I'm pretty happy with it for $30.
Yeah.
You can't complain.
Yeah, sounds good.
And I like the previous Wolfenstein games. So if you like the previous
Absolutely.
Wolfenstein games, at least check this out. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, man.
No problem.
And
There
thank
you
you,
go.
Ben. You want to close it?
Fire
or-
Emblem's the best thing ever.
You just said it
Wait for
wasn't what you
Simulator
wanted it
2019.
to
No,
be.
I said it's exactly what I wanted. It's
Oh.
just if you're expecting the
I-
classic Fire Emblem experience, that's not there.
I guess I was not listening to you fully. Sorry.
No, I said it's exactly what I like.
Have you
the
been
version.
able to play to win yet?
To what? Pay to win yet?
Yeah, pay to win.
No, but I looked.
You did?
I was curious. They have like a marketplace thing in there, but it's in the game. I'm like, what the heck did Nintendo put in?
I don't do microtransactions.
It's a marketplace for your weapons and
Just-
your swords.
Jesus,
Okay, in my
man.
defense, in this day and age, you go to the first battle, and one of the first things you see is a thing called marketplace. I'm like, what the hell is Nintendo selling now? Like, is it
No,
is
no,
it battle
Marketplace
Your
stuff?
for-
first reaction was, "What can I buy?"
Okay, less angry, but more same question, but less angry and more like,
You mean the marketplace in game?
yeah, but it says marketplace. And in
that's
this
the
day and age,
characters,
if I tell you
man.
there's a marketplace, is your initial
My
assumption-
initial thought is I'm going to have to.
Is it
you
like
can
a
buy
DLC?
something to help you with the
No.
game.
Yeah, not a in-game armory.
Right.
Armory, blacksmith, all that stuff, yeah.
I don't even have the blacksmith unlocked yet.
Jesus, man.
That's how much
But
I
What
you
are
would pay
you doing?
$5 to do it.
No. You just have to play the actual
I haven't
game.
unlocked him yet, and I've had level 20 characters because they keep grinding.
Jesus, Ben. Jeez.
The enemies I'm fighting are like level 5. I feel like God. I'm walking around like, come at me!
Nick you with the sword, you die. Nick you with the sword, you die.
Dude, Ben, I don't. It's about to be patched though. That's what you said, right? The
What?
whole like being able to restart the levels and stuff. You're not supposed to be doing that.
No. So apparently there's a loophole people found for hard mode. So hard mode, the
for hard
idea is you
modes.
can only do every fight once.
Okay.
So you need to pick who's leveling and what
Sure, yeah,
skills
yeah.
you're leveling. I looked online because Houston and I were debating because he's like, you can't redo matches. And I'm like, no, that makes no sense. In the previous two, that was how you grinded up levels. You would just go redo matches. So I looked online to see if they got rid of that. Because I wasn't aware he was playing in hard at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
He's on hard, but people found a loophole on hard. If you do the match but don't finish it, and then hit retry the match, everything you've earned stays.
That is convenient.
Yeah, so
don't know,
Houston's
man.
reaction was they're so gonna patch that.
Do you
Oh,
think
yeah,
they're gonna
right.
patch it? I mean, if
Well,
it's
because in his words, the thing that makes it that to him says that it's not supposed to be that way is the weapon durability also goes back up.
yeah, I see
yeah,
that.
okay.
So instead of retaining everything you did,
Yeah.
It only gives you the good stuff and doesn't keep the bad stuff.
right. There's
Yeah,
no
yeah,
penalty for doing
Yeah,
it. You just
yeah.
keep restarting the map, and you get all your levels and all your weapons back.
Yeah, that's
Well,
that's probably an issue.
if they patch it, they're probably gonna fix the weapon durability, and that's it, right?
But if
Keep the
it's
experience?
intended, I have no idea.
Yeah, we'll see.
I have no idea what's intended or not, and I'm not playing on hard, so I can't like
Right,
firsthand
yeah,
experience
yeah.
it. So
Man, when I started the game, it basically asked me, "Do you want to start on hard mode or casual?" And I was like, "Oh, it breaks my heart, but casual." Ugh.
Dirty
Well,
casual.
You know what I find funny about their hard
They
mode?
call it
is
casual,
it's
man.
literally
Just call it
diff-
easy or normal.
I can't even
Jesus.
look at you.
What I find
I know, I
interesting
can't
about
look
them
at myself,
titling it
man.
casual and hard is there's literally two different types of games.
Yes.
One that is very strategic and very much like very
Yeah,
methodical in what you're doing, and one that's more just grindy, have fun, boot it up.
I play these type of games just to relax at night. I don't want to be sitting here like, oh my god, I'm stressing out. I'm about to freaking lose a goddamn main character. Sorry, my bad.
She can't help it. She's so casual.
Anyway,
Listen.
guys, we should close this out.
My god, I'm waiting.
Casual Natalie. Why don't you close it?
Listen. Wow.
New nickname.
Casual just
She's not gonna
run
let me in
Dark
the
Souls
house
without
anymore.
a single death. Thank you.
not.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you
gonna
so
say
much.
it one day. I'm gonna say it so much that she's gonna like, you're fired.
Nah,
And then
man.
he'd be like, worth it.
It would be. It would be worth it. Yeah.
I guess we're about to bring back the series that we were filming together. Are you okay?
I just like casual
He's
Natalie.
so-
That just sounds hilarious.
Thank you guys for joining us on this EMP. That is Andy. That is Natalie. I am Ben. You can find her at Twitch at @ZoticalCandy. Andy's on Instagram at @4IamTheAndy. And what are you playing Fire Emblem on? Casual, hardcore, permadeath? What is your preference? Or are you just playing Wolfenstein and think that Andy's not enjoying the frat girls? Interesting. Wouldn't it be frat girls? It'd be sorority girls.
But they don't come off as sorority girls to me. There's a style of speak, I guess, and they come off like frat boys to me.
All right.
Honestly, not sorority girls, if that makes any sense.
No, but okay. We'll
Okay.
see you next time right here.